Hi everyone, myself Tejas Kumar. Before I enter into my topic, let me say something. As we know, knowledge is so vast and there is a lot of things to learn, and many of the people do not know which is lying in them. In the same way, but I wanted to know I was thinking, there's something fishy this year. What are those? Why do heart attack takes place in the morning rather than in the evening? And recent research says that the heart attack which takes place in the morning is so effective and it's a serious issue. But why this? And why do we enjoy a party in the night or in the evening rather than in the morning? Say for example, if you call your friend, come on man, let's go for a party. Time is 9 AM. Have you gone mad? How can you just say that? It will be boring, yeah. I can't come. Just say without thinking. Anyway, but why this takes place? And then, why do drunk men drinks in the night? And just said, if we drink in the morning, it's not so effective. But why? And it actually, the clock present in us control us. If I say clock, I become mad. How can a clock present in your body? Yeah? And even if you go for a biology, physiologist or whatever, if you go and ask, sir, do you know there is a clock present in our body? Just said, have you gone mad? It's a mechanical device, man. How can it just be lying in your body? And the clock is known as biological clock. What actually biological clock is? It is an inherent timing mechanism in a living system that expands the timing of various behavior and physiological state and process. And I wonder why I'm so lazy. Do you know, I used to rise very late in the morning if there is no classes or college. But why? My father used to scold me. See, the way you are sleeping, idiot. Why? That's actually not my problem. And my parents, not only my parents, one of my mom's friend, so-called Kumar, her name, used to complain on our children. Nowadays they became very lazy, But why? Is there a problem? I thought, it is not only my problem, it's a problem of everyone. And then I asked my friends, Prajwal, Rahul, Jeevan and my friend Sonika, and they say, I love to rise late in the morning. Why? They require a minimum of half an hour to get out of the bed and war with the morning monsters like sleep. Right? And the question arises in my mind is, why do teenagers encourage themselves to lie in the bed? Is there a problem or a behavior? No. Let me go ahead. And when I say teenage, the very first thing that every parent's complaint is they're too lazy, inactive, and they love to rise late in the morning. But why? Is it something fishy? And here you go. It's my topic is biological clock in a teenage. And the first clue was not found in the teenager or in the morning. It actually given by the famous physiologist so-called caveman, and his name is Michel Schiffer. And do you know he do not conduct experiments like hello, I'm gonna conduct an experiment and I need a separate laboratory for this and I need a separate hall, etc., equipments and so. Do you know? He has conducted the experiment deep in the cave of 375 feet and he has constructed the tent there for the experiments, and he puts his own body for experiment and he gives the first clue that there is something so-called internal timing mechanism by name Jeffrey C. Hall's WI and one more his friend has made further research on this and gave the term called the biological clock. And do you know they were awarded the Nobel Prize last year? Just think, small clue was given in some 90s and they got the Nobel Prize last year. And what actually the biological clock is, the biological clock is just, if I want to say in a simple manner, it's just like a driver to a vehicle for your body. It actually controls your body with respect to time. And do you know, it's actually the light sensitive clock. If the more you expose to light, the more you get activated. So for example, if you rise late in the morning, you just feel so inactive. I don't know the reason why. The reason is you do not expose your eyes to the light. When you expose light to your eyes, the signal through eyes goes to the biological clock and it gets activated. And that's the imaginary diagram of biological clock. And the biological clock in teenage. When I say this, if you ask a teenager, at what time you would like to rise in the morning? They just 11 or 10. But why? And in the same way, a principal of a school in Canada needs to deal with the thousands of teenagers like this. And he has got it. How can I control these lazy bugs? And you know, he has conducted 2 tests. Memory test. And he asked the students to memorize the words or observe the object which is placed in front of them and asked them to write in the plain paper. And do you know, the morning when he conducted the experiment, he found that the 42% was the right answer. And the same experiment was conducted in the noon. But do you know the result? 55%. There's something changed in this year. But what actually happens to them? Why do the result increase? In the noon time, the biological clock is the most activated stage because the light will be in the maximum brightness or whatever, and they will be very active. And he found that the best time for the studies and whatever is in the noon. I know. By saying this, I would like to conclude that best time to start a college or school, and according to me, it's 10 or 11. But why? You may think. If you ask a teenager at what time you will be active or more, you can concentrate more, and they just said at noon time around 12 to 11 a.m. So if you start a college or school in 11 a.m., they can concentrate more towards the studies and they can do more contributions on their interest and they can get a best results for their life. And do you know, there's a lot of application to biological clock. This was one of the application which has explained you. Using biological clock, by changing the timing of it, they can cure the cancer also. And according to me, the future medicine should be on the basis of biological clock, which do not affect our body. So, for example, if I want to cure disease, I need some medicine which may cause some extra damages for our organ. But biological clock, if we alter the timings of it, there will be no damages in the organ. So, biological clock is the best way for curing every diseases. Thank you.